everyone. I need to change that. Perhaps I need to have my screen up the other way so you don't see me going like this all the time. How are we? How are we? It is Wednesday, therefore it is Watch Me Wednesday. My name is Natalie O'Shea and I'm coming to you live from, from my craft room. We've got lots of lovely things that I'm going to share today, but first of all, welcome to the show. Still gets me, love it. But still, I'm annoyed that you can see my hands. I need to change something to do with that. But welcome. So today I have got, in fact, I've got a bit of a light here, but it doesn't seem to be doing too well for on here. I'm wondering if, I might have to have full-on lights today. Even that's still a little bit. But let me quickly show you. There we go. That's what we're going to be making today. Now I've got lots of light, but I don't know how well that is coming up. In fact, I might just have a little check that side and see how clear that is. But I'm going to make 3 cards today, showing you 3 different things to do with embossing folders. So as promised, I did say to you last week that I would be using this lovely Country Floral Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder. Could they come up with a longer name for that? Oh look, I'm all looking a bit yellow now because it's all bright lights. But let me see how clear that is. Oh, hopefully noise won't come on. Don't come on, noise. Oh, there we go. Right, I'll wait for that to load. So yes, these 3 cards have been made with this lovely embossing folder. I did share that this is one of the freebies you can get during celebration. I've just realised I'm all a little bit like that. I need to be like that. Excuse me while I adjust myself. See, I'm super bright here, but this here, not so super bright. Don't know, because we've got blue skies and sunshine today. I hope you have blue skies and sunshine where you are too. But I think that's playing up, so I'm going to give up with that, although it does seem to be coming back in. Oh, actually, it doesn't look too bad. I think it just looks a bit dimmer on mine. I think it looks all right for you, so I'm going to leave these lights on. So, what have we got this week? So we're coming towards the end of the month. Is there some news for March the 1st? There might be. There might be, but I can't share it yet. I just realised you can't see me either because I've got you on there. So let's go back to me. So, yeah, so we are still in celebration. If you don't know who I am, by the way, so I've said my name is Natalie O'Shea. This is me, and I'm a Stampin' Up demonstrator. Stampin' Up is a company, it's a US company that works very much like Avon in that you can't get Stampin' Up products from anybody apart from a Stampin' Up demonstrator. But that's good because you found me and here I am. So anything you want, in fact I'm going to do that because I just realised that when I might be able to share this. When I put Natalie O'Shea .stamp, I should have done this earlier. Stampin' Up .net. I just thought it might be good. In fact, I might move my laptop over here so you can see. So if you put in, let's get rid of that now. So www.natalieo'shea.stampinup.net. Let's get rid of that. You get to see that. Now you can't see my laptop, so let's bring that in. So that's me, and this is my online shop. And if you just click on shop now, then you go through to this. Make sure, oh, we'll allow cookies, yes. Oh, goodness me. Oh, we don't need to do all that. Okay, that coordinates with me. Right, so just make sure my name is in the up top there. You've got my telephone number there and my email address. You can get me on either of those. Click here to remove that message. Right. And so here we are. So this is how you shop online. This is how you search. This is where our catalogues are online. So if you want to see what we do, everything is here. So if you are looking for a, oh, let's have a look. Oh, if I put something in, it's not going to work. You know that. If I put in pine cone, because you're looking for a pine cone, I'm not sure what's come up. Not something that works. Oh, see, I knew that wouldn't work well if I did that. But let's have a look. So celebration. So we know that Celebration is on. It says they spend either €60 or £45 or €120 and £90, and you get free exclusive goodies. So you can click on that and have a look through there. You can look at our spring summer catalogue there. We've converted to new cling stamps, so you can find some more there, and it's got a bit more information down there. If you're looking for, these are the categories, so if you're looking for some embellishments, they're there, a particular adhesive, the big shot and everything associated with that. Look at the catalogues, colouring tools, inks, kits, blah, 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 and down it goes. So you can look for things that way. You can shop by occasion. So if I click on that, you're going to have everyday occasions, birthdays, kids and babies, Christmas, love, thanks and support, and artistic expression. So you can search by those as well. But you can also, if you know there's a particular product suite, because Stampin' Up is all about coordination, and so you can click on that, and we have all these coordinating suites of products. This is from our main catalogue and our spring summer catalogue. Our main catalogue runs until the end of June, as does our spring summer catalogue at the moment, and we'll get a new catalogue at the beginning of June. But let's have a look. So you can go into something like this, and here's the classic garage suite. This is our spring summer catalogue, and it just shows you the coordinating products. So you've got a bundle which comprises of the stamp set and the dies. You can buy those both individually, but if you buy them together you get 10% off. There's some pattern paper that goes with those stamps and things. You've got a pack of cardstock, that's 8 sheets of 3 colours to give you 24 sheets of coordinating colours for this pattern paper. You've got some little metal elements as embellishments, and some black and silver striped metallic ribbon, which is all great for men's cards. So bear with me a second, I'm just going to take a quick drink. My little irritating cough is still lurking. So sorry about that. Okay, so all sorts of things, and all you have to do, let's say you can go into the spring summer catalogue and just have a look at everything there, and it tells you it's got the stamps, it's got all the bundles, it's got kits, and everything else is there. If you like your big shot and you've got that, then you can go into all sorts of things there by creating 3D items. It tells you everything you do basically, and you can get the machine, dies and embossing folders by clicking on those. So all quite straightforward and quite easy to find, except for in that search box. And you just need to either sign in or create an account. It says you're shopping with Natalie O'Shea, that's me. And if your order reaches more than £150, then you get freebies. So if you click on that, it says there. So normally, if your order is £150, then you get 10% back of what we call Stampin' Rewards. Now, Stampin' Rewards you can use for special host sets in the backs of the catalogue if you want to, but you can also spend it on anything you like, whether it's clearance rack, main catalogue, spring, summer catalogue, it's all there. And because we're in celebration at the moment, if your order totals £200, and I know that's a big treat to yourself, but we do it occasionally, then it's not just the normal 10%, you get an additional £20 as well. So on a £200 order you would get £20 to spend on what you wish, but now during celebration until the end of March you get £40. £40 on a £200 order, that's fab. And up it goes as well. Obviously you can see I might have had 1 or 2 orders that are getting the largest sum there, but anyway, so there we go. So you just need to go and create an account and put your details up. If you are in France, Germany, Austria, the Netherlands or the UK, you can shop with me, and there we are, so Great Britain as it says there. And just put in the details there. So you can put your email address in, that's where you'll get your confirmation of your order, and also a confirmation of when your order has been shipped, and just your basic details, and there we go. That's literally all you need to do, and I'm not going to go through the whole ordering process there, but that's all you need to do. Create an account and you're good to go. So let's go back to, what was I going to talk about? Let's come back to me. There you go, hello. So celebration is still on. I've went through the catalogues last week. You can find them all on screen by looking there. So say some items are if you order £45 or more, some items are if you order £90 or more. And as I say, that's the address that you can shop at. So yeah, what else do I need to share with you? I did share, I've shared, I want to say I did share briefly last week, but I'll share it again. So we've obviously had the second release of the celebration items. And last week I shared the painted seasons, which I love, which was the bundle, which is free with £90 order, which was the stamp set and the pattern paper. And I've just realised I'm not seeing comments. Oh, hang on. Have I got anybody there? They'll come up in a minute. So if you've got any questions, by the way, while I'm doing this, just put them in there. If I don't see them now. Oh, Jill, so sorry, they've just come up. So Jill, yay, you're out of hospital and now watching from sofa. I hope you are recovering well. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Liz. Oh, a nice day to go walking around Tilgate. Hi, Patricia. Hi, Jane. Gosh, Jane, yes. A sunny, hot Adelaide. It's 10:30 and still 28 degrees. Well, we have blue skies and sunshine. Not quite 28 degrees, but it is beautiful out there. Definitely not what it should be in February. We have been very lucky. We have had a naughty, cheeky week of spring early. But there we go. So, let me show you. I'm just going to log in. Oh no, see, look, I'm trying to go quickly. Well, anyway, I went through them. You've seen them before. They're on my blog. So you had the All Adorned stamp set, and I'm going to be using that next week in next week's video. And if I could find it over there, I'll show it to you again. But let's get rid of that. Yeah, so All Adorned is next week. So Painted Seasons was last week. So this week, as I said, oh, actually, I can't do that. We're all about this embossing folder. So as I say, these are the 3 cards I'm going to be making, 3 different sort of techniques and colouring styles or non-colouring styles. But I did want to share with you. So we are now towards the end of February and a couple of days left. And on Friday, it's the 1st of March. And on the 1st of March, that's what's going to be available. So again, I went through this last week. If you're on my newsletter, then you would have seen this as well. So coming the 1st of March, are 4 dies or die sets to coordinate with some of our celebration offerings. So we've got the cupcake dies, the Painted Seasons dies, which you saw me use last week. I'll put a link below this video once it's finished, and you can see a link to that if you haven't seen it. You've got the dies that go with the frogs and the dies that go with the lilies. What I'm also going to be using today actually is the punch that you see there and the word stamp set. I did say it was arriving last week and it has, so I am using it today. But all available to purchase from the 1st of March. And if I show you that, there we go. Those are the prices. So 16 for the stamp set, 25 for the lily, call me cupcake and hop around framelets, 26 for the 4 seasons, and the label punch, the story label punch for 17. So that's it. So I think that's all I've got to tell you about. I keep doing that, don't I? That's all I've got to kind of tell you about. It's all still on. There is some more news, but I can't share it till March the 1st. Those of you that have been around a little while and experienced a few celebrations may put 2 and 2 together and realise what might be coming. But that's so. March 1st I can tell you about the celebration coordination, but I can tell you about the other stuff well next week. And if you're on, watch my blog or you're on my newsletter list, you'll get an email from me on Friday, and I'll update my blog with the information there. If you're not on my email list, again, just click below. You'll see the details of how to get on it. It's the easiest way of finding out what's going on. It's the easiest way of seeing what online classes I've got, what classes in person I've got. There's a free tutorial in every email that I do, which is why I do it once a week. I don't do it once every day, but they're great. I like them. So there you go. Right, so should we get on with some crafting after all of this? Let's go back down to here. So, as I said, these are the 3 cards we're going to be making, but I'm going to put these all to one side at the moment. I have blue peated it, so I'm hoping I'm not going to be here all day. But you never know. So, and I did put that in a really awkward place. Oh, now it's done that. Right, so this is the embossing folder. Not really sure how well you can see that there, but I wanted to let you know that all you need. This is one of those super thick embossing folders. So, as the long name suggested, it's a dynamic textured impressions embossing folder. It's a little bit crazy, but it does mean that it gives super 3D detail. So all you need, because of the thickness, all you need for your big shot is your normal bottom plate, Depends on whether you've got the ones with the flips, but if you've got a newish one, you'll just have this and you'll have a thin platform as well. Get rid of the thin platform, get rid of one of your plastic plates, because all you need is the bottom plate, your card in your embossing folder, and that plate, and that is all you need to run it through your big shot. So just your standard plate, your embossing folder with your card in, and this. Now, if you're completely new to crafting and you found me and you're thinking, what is she going on about? What is a big shot? So a big shot is a machine that basically can run through, it's called a die cutting machine because it cuts dies, and it is a bit of a funny word to use, but that's what they do. So have I got dies? I've got some dies. So here we go. So here's some dies. So they're very thin metal, and they actually have a blade, not a blade that you'd cut your finger on, so you could run your finger up and down there if you really wanted to. But these are my stitched rectangles. So there's actually a dot round each side and there's a blade in the middle. But as I say, it's not, you can't hurt yourself on it. But they cut out, so that will cut out of card a rectangle, as we'll see in a minute anyway. But it also does embossing as well. And embossing folders are two kind of thicknesses, a couple of sizes. One's this size and one is a 6x6 size. And it just means, so let me show you some things that I played with here as well. So I did all sorts of things here. So this is, look at that, get that in there. So you've got a bit of ink on there because I was playing lots. But that is part of the image. I mean, look how amazing that is. Just beautiful, super detailed, super thick impressions, as it says. So great, love that. So we're going to be using it like that. But then I kind of did it on some silver foil. That might, but I did it upside down. So silver foil sheets are white one side and silver the other. So make sure that you've got it round the right way, which I did on that one. But again, it could depend on what look you're going for. So you get an embossed, so embossed is a raised image, so you can see that there, so it raises the images. But you can also use a debossed side as well, which is a side that pushes them down. So embossed, debossed, and it's up to you what you like. So you might like that, who knows. Then what I did is you've always got, you probably won't be able to see this, but you've got a kind of flattish side, and that's the bit with all the lumps and bumps in, which is going to push the card through that side. So this is a smooth side. And what you can do is you can get an ink pad. I'm not going to do it now because I'm going to get messy. You open your ink pad and you can ink all over here. And look, this is the effect you get. So I kind of did that first. That was with, I want to say Smoky Slate, the one I've got there. So it goes in all the grooves basically and doesn't go in the bits that gets pushed through. So I thought, oh, that kind of looks a little bit Wedgwoody. So I did Balmy Blue. Look at that. It's quite cool, isn't it? So just to get that effect. And then I also did black on the silver. So all the silver pattern, I'm kind of hoping you can see that. So you've got a kind of black on the base and all those beautiful flowers stand out. So how cool is that? There is loads of more things you can do with it, but we would be here all day and all night if I went through it. But I just thought I'd start with some of the basics. And so there we go. So let's start with making our very first card. So I have done, oh, I've got to get everything here now. So this is grey granite. So I'm quite grey today. I think I've got grey on nearly everything, but all different greys. So let's, oh, I didn't do this very well, did I? Problem is when you're doing 3 cards, you've got bits everywhere. Okay, so what I used on here was a sheet of A5 Whisper White card. This is the Whisper White thick card. So it's an A4 sheet cut in half. And then all I do to create my base card is fold it in half, grab my bone folder, reinforce a fold, job done. Card base, card lays flat. Then, now what I should say is, on my blog, I'm going to have full details of all these measurements. So you haven't got to sit there and think, oh, what did she say? What colour did she say? So I've listed all the colours and all the measurements on a blog post that I'll put live this afternoon, and I'll link to underneath this video once it's finished. So, grey granite, there. Oh dear, coming to the end of my snail, I think. So just a small border all the way around. Is this where I find out I've cut it wrong? No, trust yourself, Natalie. So I've just run that through. Now what you might find is, so this isn't thick whisper white, this is our normal whisper white. And what I tend to do, especially on the thick dynamic embossing folders, is I use a water spritzer. So you can get these, they're only a couple of quid for a pack of 2. And before I run my paper through, I just give it a light misting with this spray, and it just kind of wettens the fibres and makes the paper a little bit more pliable. It's not necessarily essential, but depending on what the pattern is, if you're finding that some of the deep bits are ripping, which again, depends on what paper you're using and how hard your big shot is. Just a quick splattering with some water, quick spray mist with some water before you run it through. So spray, 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 put it in your embossing folder like that, run it through your big shot, and it should be absolutely fine. So look at that, how beautiful is that? I love it. It's up to you, there's no right or wrong way as to which way you want your pattern to go. And again, whether you want it embossed, debossed, up to you. There we go, so I'm not placing it down completely till I'm happy with it. And then I kind of went, right, you can place your ribbon like that. I wanted it central, so I kind of just put a bit of snail about the length of there. And I'll put how long the ribbon is. Well, in fact, we can probably see. Let's have a look. Oh, so 12. So about 12 centimetres. There we go, it's 12 centimetres with that done. So I use the thank you greeting on here. It's actually from this Climbing Roses set. I just like the font of it. I thought of you today, sending love. This is in the spring summer catalogue, so you can see that there. Oh, I've already done it. I'm already. Here we go. So grey granite. So this ribbon is grey granite as well. And just a gentle tap. Don't need to get ink all over the sides. Am I going to, under pressure now, so can I stamp straight? Please, please, fingers crossed. Don't forget that every piece of card has a practice side and a real side. So if you had done this wrong, just turn it over, do it again. And that's it. So grey granite in this instance. And then you might be wondering, how did I get this border? Because obviously if I have one of those in grey granite, now I should say this is the Strawberry Label punch, and I'd already punched these out, so you can see there. So you're thinking, well, it's the same size, so how do you get the border? So, little top tip, just cut this one in half, put some glue down the bottom and down the top, and you just decide how big you want your border to be. So you can have a super skinny one, you can have a super fat one, it's up to you. I might go, well, about there. And you're lining up those, and you hopefully don't stick it to your bit of paper like I just have. Oh dear. Live crafting on the go. And I'm just making sure that that is level, that we're kind of straight on that. Looks good to me. And there we go. And then, you know I love a dimensional. So, I think just those 3, that will do. Pop them in like that. And off they come. So you could, of course, change that way and have the ribbon going across that way, or you could have it down here and have the sentiment here, but I'm just going to show you what I did there. So I'm eyeballing the middle, putting that there. Now, I have to show you my top tip. This is what I learned at this weekend. So this weekend I was at the Make It show. So if you're joining me from there, hello, welcome. Thanks for joining us. And our Take Your Pick tool went down an absolute storm. It was a little bit crazy, to be fair. So if you haven't seen this tool before, it has a putty pick you up tool, which this you want the putty, you're not trying to get rid of it. You know, like if you get something that you want to kind of go, oh no, get rid of that. You want a bit of putty on the end here. And these you get refillable tubes for these, so I'll show you that bit in a minute. But you also get 2 two different ends that are double-ended, if that makes sense. So you've got a lock and an unlock there. So this one is a spatula. So this is good for, you can pick up your rhinestones like that. You can, you could spread small amounts of embossing paste with it. You can do whatever you do with a spatula. But if you untwist it, whew, dangerous tool there. So you get a piercing tool and you just kind of slide that back in there and do that. And there is another end as well, and I should probably have it to hand, but I haven't. I'm just wondering what I've done with it. I put it somewhere so safe. It's a double-ended ball tool, so it's an embossing tool. And so one small and one large. And I know it's somewhere very safe, but I tend to pick up my ones I've been using for years there. But no more, because this we found out. So I have to say, when I've been using this before, I have kind of been doing this and moving things, but no. You make sure you've got a bit of putty on your end, and you just, look at that, grab and go. And where did I put these? I put these in the centre of some little flowers. So look at that. They just come off so easily. It's like, goodness me. And even when I'm using my tweezers, because I am a bit of a tweezer girl, where should I put that on there? And if your putty starts falling, then just mould it back on. And if it falls off, it doesn't. That's the whole point. It does fall off at some stage, and put one there. And you just twist this, and more comes out. It's great. But yeah, I think I might leave it like that. So this is great. So this would be great as a wedding card with a change of sentiment. It's great for wedding thank you cards. Anything you like, but I just thought quite classic. Grey and white is always a very lovely, calm colour coordination, and I just thought that was great like that. So that's number one, and you take your pick tool. So let's move along to card number 2. So I'm going to be using this. And I love this. Well, I love most things I make. Because if you didn't love them, you wouldn't make them, would you? Or you'd change them until you did love them. So the colours used on here are Calypso Coral, Pool Party, Night of Navy, and I've actually used a basic grey along the bottom there to get this two-tone. Look at that. I love that. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it in a second. So, again, pure Blue Peter style, half an A4 sheet cut down to A5, folded in half, find your bone folder, there it is, find your bone folder, and there we have it. This piece of Pool Party, again, the measurements are on my blog, which you'll find below once this has finished. And it's up to you where you put this. I've no measurements, I'm just kind of doing it by eye. And I tend to use my grid paper to make sure my base card is even, and then you could use those lines. There we go. So here's a piece of the, that I've just, it's white Whisper White, and I've just embossed it. So I've now got my Calypso Coral ink pad, and, let's get rid of those for a minute, not too much space, and a sponge dauber. And now it depends on what you like. Now you can go really subtle or you can go really hard. I kind of tried to show both on those so you can see. But you want to just gently tap that, and you want to take off any excess. So if it's a little bit too strong for you, and I just rub this over the top. And you will find that some's getting on the bottom, but you'll find that the raised areas are picking up more colour. And it's up to you how much you want. So I put quite a lot of colour on that. So let's put that, but then get rid of some of it. And then it's going to be darker. So just soft. And again, don't forget that you can add more. But you can't really take it off once you've added it. But again, it just depends on what fits. So this is super, super light that I'm doing this. I'm not pressing down. I'm literally just kind of moving it with hardly any pressure at all. And again, the more ink you have on your sponge, the darker it will go. The harder you press, the darker it will go. And it's just a case of playing, really, until you get the look that you want. So those leaves stand out. And just a few of the really highlighted bits stand out. Look at that, all those dots. How easy is that? And you can do that obviously any colour you like. And as dark as you like, as light as you like, but I kind of like that. So looking at those, a bit lighter this time I've gone, but again, those raised bits are all highlighted. So again, this is my snail adhesive. And again, you decide which way round do I want this. I might have to trim the, oh, in fact, I might have to trim that a little bit more. I've not cut that to size, have I? Oh, and I've put glue on. This is going to be fun, isn't it? Bear with me. I'm going to stick that. Oh, it's all upside down. Get the trimmer out. Oh, this could be fun. So I know that should be 7. Oh, I'm going to stick to my trimmer. You know I am, don't you? You have to be careful. I tend to do this really gently and in stages because you can rip this. So I kind of do it gently first and then, oh, there you go. Right. Is that better? Oh, very slim border there, but it'll do the job. It'll do the job. Making sure my borders are straight. There we go. No, and I don't need to trim. I thought it might poke out a little bit, but there we go. So now we are on to our sentiment here. So you could, I do feel the need, I don't like plain card now that we've got the Subtles embossing folder. So the Subtle embossing folder just makes this plain card look textured. Now I haven't, if you're looking at it going, oh, I can't see it. This is plain, but there is part of me now that says that I would have liked to have done that with the Subtles embossing folder, but there's enough on there. So we are using, so I've just cut out a rectangle with this size die there. So again, it just gives that lovely stitched edge. Lots and lots, look at all those dies in the various sizes. I don't think you'll want for another different size, slightly elongated rectangle there. And I am using, so Night of Navy. Oh, get rid of that. You know, everyone says, don't they? They have all this space and then they end up crafting in this little area like that. That's me. So, right. So I've done the wishes. So this is from this More Than Words set, which is one of the Celebration Coordination purchasable items from March the 1st. So £16 it was. And you can see that wishes there and that bit there and the birthday there. I love the fonts of these. I keep seeing things made with this and I was like, oh, okay, I need to have it. Need to have it. So this is where I'm doing everything by eye now. If you have a Stamparatus, that would be a great thing to use. But I'm going to wing it and cross my fingers. So again, don't forget you have a practice side and a real side if need be. But I'm going to put that straight on. Now I would normally say stamp and then punch or die cut out, but for the for today, because I know what size I cut out and all that, I just did one early. It's a bit Blue Peter, as I say. Now this is the bit that I'm going to sweat a little bit over, because this is a basic grey, so it's just giving the shadowing. So black would work well as well to highlight this bottom piece. Now, okay, this is where I've got to get this right. So I was a little bit out the first time I did this, so I've got to really concentrate. I'm going to go there. I bet you're all like me, aren't you? Oh, look at that. Phew. That's the joy with the photopolymer stamps. You can see through them. So for things like this, it's great. But as I say, your Stamparatus is good, which is, it's our stamping platform. You're one of those. So that's great for lining things up, and if you don't stamp it correctly the first time, for just going over it. So then the beautiful birthday and Night of Navy, which I just think looks lovely. Do like a Night of Navy, but then I'm a blue girl, as you know. Right, and so again, it depends on where you want to put it. I wanted to kind of overlap it slightly. Oh, There we go. Look. Oh, cat's come. No, Ernie. The cat's going to come and say hello. You just know he's going to walk across here. I'm hoping he's not. I'm hoping he seems to have made home on my chair today. There you go. Phew! Look at that. Pressure's off. Now, what's the worst that can happen? We do sit there and go, oh, the worst that can happen is you just throw it away and do it again. It's a tiny little bit of card and a little bit of ink. It's no big deal. We can do this. So, again, added some dimensions to the back of this. But what a lovely colour combination. Basic grey, Calypso Coral, Night of Navy and Pool Party. I do love it. I do love it. Oh, let's just do that. Ah. Hi, Lynn. It was lovely to see you the other day as well. Hope you enjoyed the Make It show. It was busy, very busy on Friday. A little quieter on Saturday, which is always the case on the second day, but all good. Right, so again, up to you where you want to put this. You could put it over here, you could put it over here, you could put it in the middle, you could have your card that way and have it that way. I mean, do anything you want. Oh, I'm a little bit tempted to do this. Am I? Oh, oh! Oh, I don't know. I did quite like that. I might do that. Let's whiz things up a little bit. Oh, let's put it on straight for a start though. There, going off piste. Off piste, doing something. And again, now, I've always spoken about doing triangles. Triangles, so on this, if I didn't have that, you'd just kind of have two things that the eye was being drawn at. So I always try and add that third element to keep that eye moving round. So I'm going to take my pick tool and boop, boop. Oh. And I'll just do this by eye. Doop, doop. So easy. Genius. Genius. There we go. And that's our 3. So slightly different, just to mix things up. But that's our second card. What do you think of that? Which do you prefer, that one or that one? Who knows? Let me know. I tell you what, give me a heart if you like this one, the portrait one, and give me a thumbs up if you like the landscape one. So a heart or a thumbs up. Heart, thumbs up, heart, thumbs up. Right, so let's go on to our last card. Look at that. I love this. I love this. So on, in fact, let me see if I can find it. Talk amongst yourselves while I do this for a second. Because I'm going to go here. Come on, where are you? Da, 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 da. I won't be able to find it now, will I, of course? Let me go in and do it another way. I wanted to show you what kick-started this idea, and kick-started a lot of people's ideas by the looks of this. Come on. Right. So, we had, so the picture that is for marketing, oh, wrong one. No, right one. Dear me, come on Nat, get a grip. Oh no, it's not. Oh, so I'm not going to be able to see it now. I can't. Oh. Oh. I want to. Go that way. I'm not going to spend all day doing this because you're sitting there going, what is she doing? And you're going to say, is that it? Is that really all she was doing? Because I wanted to show you. Let me do that. Gosh, my laptop is so slow. Dum, 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 dum. Pretty little one. All the dawn. Oh, come on. No, you're not on there. Oh, there you are. So, we're getting there. Please have the image next to it. Yes. Gosh, it's worth the wait, honest. Right. Oh, now that is not what I wanted to show you. Oh, come on. go. Oh. Maybe I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Look. Oh. Oh, have I just gone? Am I dying here? Can everyone hear me all right? See me all right? I seem to have frozen. I don't want this to do what it did not last week, the week before. Oh. Can you see me? You can see me, hear me, but I don't think. Oh, that's annoying. See, I thought I'd had this new software down pat, but, oh no, I'm back in the room, Quick, quick, quick. Let's do this. Oh, and I've done that as well. Hey, we must be back. I must have held for a little while. There we go. Look, this. Oh, after all that, you're thinking, really? Was that it? So this was one of the sample marketing pieces or pictures that we could use, and that kind of, I was like, oh, I quite like that. Not my colours though. So if anyone who knows me knows I have a bit of an aversion to purples and peaches, but I did like it. So that's why we ended up with this. So, and I'm not going to sit and colour it all here for you, but let's get started. So, smoky slate for our blue. So we've used grey granite, we've used basic grey, and now we are using smoky slate. So all the greys, there's a bit of a grey theme going on today. Now, I have to say I've got 3 different pinks on here, because, well, so I didn't know, and I've got to look into it. I've got a pink pirouette marker pen. Well, we don't have pink pirouette anymore, but I did like this because it does look a bit blushing bride. So, and I put my blushing bride bit of card away. Hold on. There it is. Okay. So, it does so I've used blushing bride. So when you look at this, I did think it was a really good match. So, again, measurements on my blog for what these are, but smoky slate, oh, I've cut one all the bit dodge as well. That's going to be, is that going to be, oh no, no, we're all right. Right, so, blushing bride. So even though this is pink pirouette, well, actually pink pirouette blend, which I need to double check, you could go petal pink. So I know we have petal pink card, petal pink in, this, and actually this ribbon is supposed to be petal pink as well, so but it's got a bit of glitter in and all that. So base card done, let's put that to one side. So so there it is in all its glory coloured, but let me just show you kind of a quick way of what it is. So it's not hard at all, and it doesn't matter if you go outside the lines a little bit, but in fact, so I've used smoky slate, now crushed curry. So this bit of card here is actually crushed curry, but this is a mango melody. So this is a whole mishmash of well, it's not uncoordinated because they do look. So this mango melody, because it is a light mango melody, to me it looks more like crushed curry. So that's why I picked the crushed curry to do that. So these were my colours anyway, so we just went with that. So I've got this pink pirouette, but as I say, you can do petal pink as well. And literally just followed. So I'd used this end, the sort of painter's end, and I kind of went round it, the brush tip should I say, to give it its proper name, and I kind of went round, and you can feel, and if you go down a bit, it really doesn't matter, because it doesn't show once the time you've got everything coloured in. So I went to the big roses, all in this colour, and then just coloured it in. Because the joy with the blends is, because they're alcohol markers, you don't get any streaky marks like you might do with a watercolour marker. And I just went round like that. And I decided that obviously you have grey leaves, don't you, in nature. Well, I suppose you do if they're succulents. But I love these. We kind of, oh, I wonder if I've got it. Oh, I was trying to see if I could find it. We did a make and take on the stand at Make It, and we used blushing bride, crushed curry and smoky slate, and it was a hit. It was a hit because everybody liked the colour coordination. So I was kind of just using as similar as I could, but obviously completely got this mucked up. But I hope you still think that it looks nice. But there we go. And this again, so a light mango melody. I just kind of coloured in the centres, left some of them white, did these whole, and again, just kind of did the outsides. And it's just, so I say, you could sit here all day and watch me do this. Oh, let's go that one as well. But it might be a little bit boring because I'm literally, there's no shading, there's no nothing. This is just following the outline of the flower and then colouring it. Oh, what's that? I think that's there. And that's it, colouring it in. Now you can, obviously these blends do have two ends. So you've got a bullet end there. So if you want to be a little bit more precise with those, you can be with the bullet ends. But I just found as well, so I did all these pink spots as well. And I just found with the brush end, I just literally tap, 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 tap. And it just kind of stuck. Well, obviously it doesn't stick, but you know what I mean. Just that little bit, and because alcohol makes it bleed a little bit. Look at that. You see that okay? Oh, yes and yes, I've got a few yes and no. I can see that I'm back again. I think I did have a little bit of a wobble there. But that's it, so you can colour as little or as much as you like in. So the blends are quite vibrant in colours, and I've picked very vibrant colours. You could obviously pick much softer ones. But as I say, rather than you sitting watching me, here's one I did earlier. So, we, again, use my snail. You can see the colour on the back as well. Doesn't matter. Just wait there. Always get this little bit. It's always like, oh, ribbon, ribbon. Right, so plenty of ribbon. So I like this. Look, it's like glittered, and it's supposed to be petal pink, but I think it goes quite well. I was quite happy with it anyway. Decide which way you want that. I think I'll have that like that. So sticking your ribbon underneath, making sure you've got an even border. There we go. And then you've got your ribbon stuck down there, no problem at all. Now I did, shockingly to myself, sit there and do this, oh, don't do that now, as a ribbon straight off. I was a little bit shocked by myself because I'm not normally that good at ribbons. In fact, that's a little bit loose. But what I would tend to do, if you're not very good at tying ends, like I'm obviously not today, just put a piece of ribbon and just hook it round each of the back pieces and then tie a separate bow and stick that on. So this is actually attached, and I will try. Now I'm under pressure to do a bow on camera. Stick that down. I think I want a little bit more glue there. That's better. So, oh look, I can't even tie a knot now. This is what pressure does. And I want it near to that end. I'm going to go that way and go that way. And I'm not worried about how big or small it is at the moment. I'm more interested in how tight that is. That's not too bad. So just pull those to make the bow smaller and pull the hoops to make it tighter and bigger. And you just play with it until you're happy. That looks much nicer. But you get the idea. And I'm just going to flag those ends. And once we put that piece down, it will stick down better and we can play with it a little bit more. So, same as again, I've used the Story Label Punch there. Cut one out in Whisper White, one out in Crushed Curry this time. And I did exactly the same because I like to be consistent. And the sentiment this time I picked was from oh, here it is. I'm thinking, what did I do with that? It's not on either of those. So Itty Bitty Birthday. So lots of great sentiments on here. Everything from happy birthday, birthday wishes, let's celebrate you, time to celebrate. Oh, happy belated birthday, and that's what I'm using today. You don't get too many of those. They say it's your birthday, I can't believe you're another year older. I just think it's a really good general birthday set. So let's celebrate you. So in with the smoky slate this time, and a happy belated birthday. Here we go, under pressure to get this straight. Oh, now I did this yesterday. So I did bring this. I'm not sure if I'm a little bit light-handed or whether I've got something. Oh, in fact, I can see. I have got something over that. Oh, well, that's good. So if it doesn't come out. But if you've got a marker pen, like I have here, then you can just straighten those up. Fill in any gaps. Like you wouldn't know, would you? That's my top tip. Fill in any gaps with the marker pen. It's exactly the same ink on here as is in here. So it will always match, as with everything stamping up, except for if you're doing a card with multiple different colours on that don't allegedly match. But I think they do. You can't have a light and dark blend pen and they both match the colour exactly, can you? So again, just that, keeping that, making sure that that is straight. Won't stick this one down this time. And again, will do. Dimensionals again, and we're almost there. So Jill says, no, she's seen it, it's so easy but effective. It is, isn't it? And colouring is, people love a colour. It's very therapeutic to sit and have a colour. So, there we go. Let's move these off. And if I need to stick my ribbon down anymore, then I'll just use a glue dot, something like that. We'll have a look. So, let's move my bow out of the way. And again, we could have, we could have put it that way, we could have put the ribbon that way, and we could again put this down here or anything. Could have put the bow there and put the sentiment there. It's up to you. Just have a play, move things around. But for today, there we go. And now we can play with our bow properly, give it a squash. So if you wanted those ends down, just a glue dot, and always take the item to the glue dot. She says, probably easier said than done on a card that's already done. Oh, no, we can do that. There we go. So, there we go. So I've actually got a glue dot on the end of there. I know, on the end of my finger. And you can stick that so it stays down. Try and do that before. Oh, where am I going to go? There we go. So ribbon to glue dot comes off. And there we go. But there you go. What do you think? Well, I'm saying there you go again, aren't I? So, in fact, I might even put another couple of rhinestones on here, I think. You know, it's been white rhinestone central today. Oh, there we go. Let's put one there. One there. Putting that triangle again. There we go. What do you think? You like? So, 3 cards. I don't know whose idea that was, but let's show you. So we've got those ones, and no, I put them somewhere so safe I can't even find them. Oh, there they are, right at the back there. So, slightly twist on that one. Should have twisted that one really, and could have twisted. I could have twisted all of them to be fair, couldn't I? But there we go. So, I hope you've liked that. I've gone on a bit today, haven't I? Gone on a bit. So, as I have said, just to kind of wrap up, if you're watching this on Facebook and you don't like my page, please like my page, and then Facebook will tell you when I go live again. If you're watching the replay on YouTube and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, then you can hit the subscribe button there, and YouTube will tell you when I upload these videos to, and any videos in fact, to YouTube. If you wanted, as I say, don't forget that that's the address. So if you wanted to purchase anything that I've used today, as I say, I will link to this once it's finished to my blog post. My blog post will have everything on it. So all the measurements, all the colours, all the items that I've used. Give me a little while. I've got to download the video first and do that. But I'll get there. But that's where you need to go. And if you missed the first part where I showed you what it looks like when you shop online, you can go back and view that. Don't forget to use the online host code. So I give a gift and a thank you card to anyone who shops with me the following month. So if you order today, you'll get a little gift and thank you card from me in March. and I have a hostess, not a hostess at all, a customer rewards program, where if you spend £40, so spend 45 to get a freebie, but spend £40 and do that 10 times with me, and you can go on a £40 shopping spree on me when you get there. So I think that's it. Has anyone got any questions? Hopefully you've just seen you can use the embossing folders plain, you can sponge them, you can colour them with blends. Now obviously if you haven't got alcohol markers, you can still colour these. So you can colour these with a blender pen, which is one of these, and you just dip it into your ink and it basically turns your pen into any colour ink that you've got, and you just colour it in that way. You could colour it with watercolour pencils, you could colour it with the marker pens, so the water-based marker pens if you wanted to as well. Anything that you like, and in fact we have all the colours for all of those as well. So yeah, that's where I think I'm going to leave it. If you've got any questions, then leave it underneath here. Oh, I did forget. Oh my goodness, I'm so rubbish, and in fact it's probably not great that I have left this to the last minute. So last week I had, in fact let's get rid of these. Last week I had a prize for if you commented or shared the video. Now let's go back to me. So yeah, so it turns out that the first time I'd done it, but if you share a video and you've got certain privacy settings, I can't see who you are. So there were 3 shares last week, one of which was mine, and I can't see the other 2. So I was going to go on comments, and I did a random number generator this morning, and Sylvia Rushforth, I have messaged you on the, or I've commented on the video, say that you've won. Just PM me your address, but Sylvia Rushforth has won these butterflies, and I did have, what have I done with it? Oh my goodness, I'm so disorganised, it's unreal. I have got one of these embossing folders to give away. So, I'm putting it on there because you can't see it. So, if you want to win one of these, what's the right name again? Country Lane. Country Floral Dynamic Textured Impressions Embossing Folder, then I'm just going to go comments this week. So if you've left a comment on this, or if you watch it on replay and you leave a comment, then I will, next Wednesday morning, I will go through and I will pick a winner to win one of these embossing folders. So there we go, left it to the last minute. You have to watch it all to be in with a chance. So well done, Sylvia. And who's going to win one of these next week? We will see. Leave me a message. Right, I think that is it. Be on my mailing list by clicking the link below, and I'll be launching another online class. So I do monthly online classes as well, where you actually get a kit and the products to make cards just like today, really. So yes, I'll be launching that in the next week or so. Well, no, it won't be or so, it'll be in the next week. I look a really lot yellow. I need to go out there and get a suntan. So... So I hope you've enjoyed today's crafting session. 3 cards in well under an hour, although I was a little bit Blue Peter prepped. Any questions, as I say, leave them below. Otherwise, I'm going to leave you be. And, oh, I'm going to take that one off and leave that there and say thank you for joining me. If you would like to share this video, I would love you to share it as well. And if anyone you know that might be interested in seeing this, or they've got an embossing folder and they don't quite know what to do with it, then this might give them some ideas. So right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next Wednesday, where we will be doing some cards with the All Adorned stamp set. So I will see you then. Thanks for joining me. Bye.